everyone, it's La Luna Bell. It's January the 15th of 25, and I'm continuing on with the third card that I pulled when I came in here. When I asked Spirit, what did you want me to pass? This is the third card. It's Christ. Love only knows mercy. And y'all, I'm a spiritual person. I don't stick to one thing. I have the ability to channel all. I work with people with different areas, so, I'm not particular. But this is the Oracle of Mary Magdalene, if you want to know. Love knows only mercy. It's crucial for us to remember that Christ was crucified by the Roman Empire. He wanted to turn the unjust power structures of the empire on their head, making the first last and the last first. Christ wanted to free us from the misunderstanding that any one of us had the right to put ourselves above or below another. Christ wanted to free us from the illusion that external forms of power, like wealth and authority, could ever come close to the ultimate power of love that exists within us. It's crucial for us to remember that Christ wasn't Christian. Christianity came hundreds of years after Christ. Christ himself embodied a spiritual practice called kenosis, which is Greek for self-emptying love. When we practice loving someone, even a stranger, a perceived enemy, by emptying out all of our the ego-driven ideas about them, we free ourselves and them. We put mercy into practice. Mercy is what love looks like in action. In Mary's Gospel, Peter asked Christ, what is the sin of the world? And Christ replies, there is no such thing as sin. Christ here is saying that we are not innately sinful. Sin does not exist as an ultimate truth. Sin, according to the Gospel of Mary, is when we mistake the ego for our true self. When we are unable to sense the presence of the soul in the midst of one of the powers of ego, we then act from that forgetful state. Christ in Mary's Gospel wants us to remember that being human means being an ego with all the humanity that it demands, and that being human also means being a soul. Mary's Gospel relates that Christ was the anthropos, the true human being. And this is what he revealed to her that we are meant to become also. The true human being has united the ego to the true self, the soul. Even in the midst of the worst of what can unfold in our lives, we have the capacity to return to the limitless love we are also. So again, the true human being has united the ego to the true self, the soul. And again, in the first video, I mentioned that I was reminded of one of the times with 4 or 5 of us mediums that we were channeling, and somebody had come through that had done some very horrible things. And Spirit used that as a lesson for me to look deeper, to see deeper, feel deeper, to see how this individual was hurt throughout their lifetime and how they themselves inflicted that on others, from one to the other and the other to the one. Where does it stop? I asked Spirit that once when I gave that heartfelt scream of why the pain. Spirit has been showing me this whole journey, and this has been almost 3 years since my husband passed, my late husband. And he is one of my guides. He's been helping me, believe it or not, to understand and to see how we're hurting each other. And in our ego-driven desires. Those 7 deadly sins, those things we fight to overcome. And we forget our own true humanity within, that humaneness of our own souls. Many blessings to you. Blessed be.